Thank you, my brother. What will we not hear from the MPP? What? I don't want to go back to my brother's stance on the LGBT. I wish that energy he used it when they had power. Today, we are here. 6 months of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So far, so good. Absolutely. I remember for the first time in Ghana's history, under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo president and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the head of the economic mismanagement team then.
Economic management team.
When you give someone a job to manage something and the person moves it from good to bad, has the person managed it or mismanaged it? Now let me prove. Portfolio. For me, it will change your portfolio, and it has changed. Based on these facts I'm about to put before all of us. For the first time, we had something called Domestic Debt Exchange Program. What was it about? Ghanaians who, over the years, worked, and the little savings they made, they gave it to government in the form of a bond. There were laws that went with it, that this time is for interest. This time when I need my sum total, I must get it. There was an agreement. No single government from Nkrumah till date had ever.
It was done to save the economy at that time.
Good. You have brought it in. Save the economy. It was done. The monies, investment of our mothers, our fathers, our grandmothers and grandfathers was used to save the economy. Where was the money? Wasn't it with government? Didn't they voluntarily give it to government over the years? President Rawlings fulfilled payment. President Kufuor fulfilled payment. President Mills, President Mahama, they all settled it on time. For the first time, President Akufo-Addo, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Ken Ofori-Atta squandered the money. We didn't know what they did with it. But today, I have good news for you. Now listen. Statement on the payment of 349 million dollars Eurobond serviced. President Mahama, since he came in 6 months, has serviced this money that for 8 years Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo could not, and that brought about haircuts. Now, we campaigned basically on the governance. President Akufo-Addo could not sustain that hope that Ghanaians had for him. And the result was on 7 December 2024 when they had 38.2%.
It was 41 plus.
Okay, 41 plus. Let me use your 41.
Not
President Mahama. The EC that in 2020 gave us 5 different results. You trust them. Today, as we sit here, Able Kumanov election is ongoing. What didn't the MPP say about this Able Kuma? They said the EC boss is not fit for purpose. Ekua Moakua, a spokesperson of MPP manifesto. Today, they are running away. Do they trust the EC today? So, my brother, 6 months of President John Dramani Mahama, 70% of Ghanaians believe Ghana is heading in the right track. Afro Barometer survey, 70% of Ghanaians believe that so far so good. Ghana is on the right track. When last year you go and check this same Afro Barometer, about 80% of Ghanaians said Ghana was heading in the wrong direction. That is under President Akufo-Addo, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We campaigned on the economy. Economy deals with inflation, exchange rates, interest rates, and all those figures. Today, inflation is at 13.7. In December 2020, 2024, inflation was at 23.8%. In 2022, inflation went to 54.3% under Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. President John Dramani Mahama is moving it down. It is even expected that at the end of the year, we should get a single digit. You know what that means? You, the Ghanaian listening, you can plan. Today you go and buy something. In 6 months' time, you can project and say that in 6 months' time, I will go and the price difference is not that much. That is good economic management. Now let's look at prices of even some commodities as petrol. In December, I bought a liter of petrol at 15.5 cedis on the average. Today, I'm buying it at 10.65 a liter. Check the difference. Nearly 4 cedis off in my pocket. In my pocket. I used to buy 10 liters under Nana Dankwa Kufuado at 150 cedis. Today, under John Dramani Mahama, this same 10 liters is not even 110 cedis. Now, let's look at some of the achievements. President John Dramani Mahama promised that e-levy, I called it evil levy, he will remove it. Today, e-levy is abolished. President Mahama said betting tax will go. Today, betting tax is off. President Mahama promised Mahama Care, medical trust fund that will take care of kidney-related issue, cancer, and those things. You know, these are ailments that if one individual in your family gets it, the whole family can go bankrupt. Today, there's a fund set up to take care of people like that, so families can breathe some sigh of relief. He promised that jobs. Today we have a Jumarua launched, jobs for the youth. He promised national apprenticeship program that those who cannot go to school or even who have, completed SHS or any level of education and you still want to have something to do with your hands, you have the opportunity today. People are receiving training. He promised free sanitary pad for girls at JHS and secondary school. He has allotted 240 million cedis to take care of that. I have 3 girls, 2 of whom are in their teens. I know how much it costs when it comes to acquiring a sanitary pad every month. President John Dramani Mahama has also put money in my pocket. Today, that money can be used for something else. He promised to give us solid exchange rate. A dollar was being exchanged when President Kufuor was leaving around 16.2. Today, a Bank of Ghana rate is 10.3. When you go to the Forex or that banks, you get it around 11.5, 12. There's still huge difference. Better economic management.
Please step down for me.
Stepping down, President Mahama also promised the 24-hour economy. Now, what was a promise today is a reality. It has been launched. A secretariat has been set up. We are looking at agro-processing. We are looking at the ports. Today, are you aware that the ports are working 24 hours? You can go to Tema Port in the night and clear your goods. This is good government. Abba and Papa Abba. So far, so good. There's so much to say. But I believe in democracy, even though my brother comes from a party that is so confused, a party called MPP that is suffering from leadership paralysis, leadership crisis, and all that. The General Secretary will say this, candidates will say this. Charlie,
Good morning,
good morning, President Mahama.
We, the youth of Ghana.